Today we have brought you the latest Tesla news. Tesla extends Model S and Model X order halt to more Asia-Pacific areas. Tesla says Elon Musk's statements on self-driving might have been deep fakes in bizarre defense. Tesla Model 3 receives full EV incentives with new loophole. And new Texas law could make owning an EV more expensive. Let's get into all the details. So let's get started. A few days ago, reports emerged stating that Tesla had halted orders for its two flagship vehicles, the Model S sedan and Model X SUV in Australia. A look at Tesla's official website now shows that the halt in orders has been extended to a number of other countries. As per Tesla's official website, the order halt has been extended to countries such as New Zealand, Thailand, and Singapore. As of this weekend, both the Model S sedan and Model X SUV's official web pages in these countries only have the option to get updates on the vehicles. Also, similar to Australia, the order pages for the Model 3 sedan and Model Y SUV are still active in Thailand, Singapore, and New Zealand. As noted in a Reuters report, it is unclear why Tesla opted to stop orders of the Model S and Model X in specific Asia-Pacific countries, and the company has not provided a notable explanation for the matter. The Tesla Model S and Model X are Tesla's two flagship vehicles, though they have been in the market for some time now. However, the Model S and Model X sales are now vastly eclipsed by the Model 3 sedan and the Model Y SUV. This was particularly evident in the company's Q1 2023 vehicle delivery and production report, which indicated that Tesla was able to sell a total of 422,875 units from January to March. This was a new record for the company, though this number was comprised of 412,180 Model 3 and Model Y units. Deliveries of the Model S and Model X dropped by 38%. That being said, Tesla has been aggressively adjusting the prices of its vehicle lineup this year, and during the Q1 2023 earnings call, CEO Elon Musk explained that Tesla could technically sell its cars for little profit today, since the vehicles could earn more later, at least when the company achieves autonomy. Moving to the next update, Tesla says Elon Musk's statements on self-driving might have been deep fakes in bizarre defense. Tesla has decided to use a bizarre defense in a lawsuit brought by the family of a Tesla owner who died in an accident while using autopilot a few years ago. The automaker claimed that CEO Elon Musk shouldn't be made available to explain some of his statements on self-driving because some of the public comments might have been deep fakes. The lawsuit revolves around the death of Walter Huang, an Apple engineer who died in his Tesla Model X while driving to work in 2018. As we previously reported, the Model X was driving on autopilot when it entered the median of a ramp on the highway as if it was a lane and hit a barrier about 150 meters after going into the median. The impact was quite severe because there was no crash attenuator since it was already destroyed from a previous crash. The driver was rushed to the hospital, but he died of his injuries. NHTSA investigated the accident and confirmed that the vehicle was using autopilot at the time of the crash, but it blamed the driver, who was playing a video game on his phone at the time of the accident, according to the phone data, and on the lack of crash attenuator. Tesla asks drivers always to pay attention and be ready to take control when using autopilot. The Huang family decided to sue anyway, and they are trying to use the argument that some of Tesla's, and more specifically some of CEO Elon Musk's comments about autopilot and self-driving, have led Huang to believe he could use autopilot in the manner that led to the crash. The lawsuit is set to go to trial in Santa Clara County Superior Court this year, but Tesla has tried to keep Musk and his statements out of the case with a quite bizarre defense. The automaker is claiming that some of the statements that Musk is believed to have made might have been deep fakes, and therefore, he shouldn't be questioned on them. Deep fakes generally mean synthetic media that have been digitally manipulated to replace one person's likeness convincingly with that of another, but people also use the term to refer to CGI videos made to make someone say something that they didn't actually say. Judge Yvette D. Pennepacker didn't buy the argument. She said the following in her judgment. Their position is that because Mr. Musk is famous and might be more of a target for deep fakes, his public statements are immune. In other words, Mr. Musk and others in his position can simply say whatever they like in the public domain, then hide behind the potential for their recorded statements being a deep fake to avoid taking ownership of what they did actually say and do. She has ruled that Musk should be made available for an interview of up to 3 hours to discuss his statements about Tesla autopilot and full self-driving. Moving to the next update, Tesla Model 3 receives full EV incentives with new loophole. The Tesla Model 3 now qualifies for the full $7,500 EV incentive thanks to a new loophole in the tax incentive system. While EV tax incentives have been a critical tool in helping countless buyers afford their first electric vehicles, with a recent constriction of qualifications, the options for buyers looking to take advantage of the full incentive amount have decreased significantly. However, according to a new report from Bloomberg, buyers have identified a new loophole, allowing them to get the vehicles they want. To give some important context, currently, only 6 vehicles qualify for the full $7,500 EV incentive in the United States. This includes some trims of Tesla Model 3 and Model Y, Chevy Bolt and Bolt EUV, Ford F-150 Lightning, Cadillac Lyriq, and Volkswagen ID.4. And while a larger number of vehicles qualify for at least half of the EV incentive, it is often not enough for many buyers. The loophole identified by Bloomberg's newest report is leasing. By choosing to lease a selected EV instead of purchasing it outright, a car buyer can still receive a full EV incentive for vehicles that would, under the new battery sourcing requirements, not qualify for the full amount or no incentive at all. Perhaps most notably, this includes vehicles like the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6, but this same trick can be extended to the base model Tesla Model 3, which currently only qualifies for half of the $7,500 EV incentive. On top of receiving full tax incentives, customers would also benefit from lower monthly payments and other benefits that manufacturers offer leaseholders, such as complimentary maintenance and coverage for consumables like tires. It should be noted that this loophole has its downsides thanks to the structure of leasing a vehicle. Foremost, buyers do not own the vehicle while leasing it, and when the lease is complete, typically after 3 years, they will have to return it unless they choose to pay a pre-negotiated price for it. Further, while owning the vehicle, manufacturers typically limit mileage to roughly 15,000 per year, with the owner paying a penalty for exceeding that amount. Other vehicles that customers could now receive a full incentive for, as long as they stay under segment-specific price caps, include the Ford Mustang Mach-E, Toyota BZ4X, Polestar 2, and lineup of Rivian trucks, though this list is not exhaustive. Bloomberg notes that due to this new loophole, Ford's credit division now believes a record number of its EVs will be acquired through lease instead of a traditional purchase. Specifically, the historic American automaker expects 60% of EVs to be purchased through lease agreements, though if EV incentives continue to tighten, that number could grow dramatically. The EV tax credit changes currently preventing most EVs from receiving incentives are battery sourcing requirements. These new rules require an automaker to source at least 40% of its battery materials from the United States or a free trade agreement partner. If it wishes to acquire the full $7,500 incentive, it must also source 50% of battery components from North America as well. These requirements will tighten dramatically over the coming years, eventually reaching 100% sourced from the designated areas. Moving to the last update, new Texas law could make owning an EV more expensive. New proposed Texas legislation would add additional fees to owning an EV in the state. As per CNET, the bill would see EV owners pay an annual $200 registration and renewal fee, while at the time of purchase, the owner would owe $400. Texas lawmakers said the fee would ensure EV owners are contributing to the maintenance of Texas highways, which principally comes via a gas tax in the state. The bill's author, Senator Robert Nichols, had this to say to Spectrum News about the bill. Each time an all-electric vehicle gets on the road and displaces a gas-powered car, the state highway fund loses money. This cost adjustment equalizes road use consumption between electric cars and gas-powered vehicles. However, a recent study by Consumer Reports noted the average Texas car owner only paid $71 per year via the gas tax. Even with that data, the high flat fee on EVs is the easy and fast solution for Texas. The bill passed 145-0 in the Texas state legislature and is now with Governor Abbott to sign. Although the governor's office did not comment on the bill, many local reports note there is no indication he will veto or slow it down. If signed, the bill would go into effect on September 1st. That's it for now. So what are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments. Stay tuned at the Electric Arena for all the latest Tesla and electric vehicle news.